Longjing tea, sometimes called by its literal translated name Dragon Well tea, is a variety of pan-roasted green tea from the area of Longjing Village near Hangzhou in Zhejiang Province, China. It is produced mostly by hand and renowned for its high quality, earning it the China-famous tea title. Production and health benefits. Like most other Chinese green tea, Longjing tea leaves are roasted early in processing to stop the natural oxidation process, which is a part of creating black and oolong teas. The actions of these enzymes is stopped by firing, or by steaming the leaves before they completely dry out. As is the case with other green teas, Longjing tea leaves are therefore unfermented. When steeped, the tea produces a yellow-green color. The tea contains vitamin C, amino acids, and, like most finer Chinese green teas, has one of the highest concentrations of catechins among teas. Preparation. For best infusion results, water at around 75-80 degrees Celsius or 167-176 degrees Fahrenheit should be used to brew the tea leaves. Although it is common practice nowadays to steep Longjing tea in porcelain or glassware, the real taste profile of a finer Longjing is achieved only by using a genuine, slightly porous, Yixing clay teapot, which since the beginning, was popular exactly for preparing green tea well. Quality. The tea can be very expensive, and the prices depend on the varieties, of which there are many. Longjing is divided into 6 grades, superior and then 1 down to 5. Infused leaves are a good indicator of quality, which is characterized by maturity and uniformity of the shoots harvested for processing. High-quality Longjing teas produce tender, whole leaves that are uniform in appearance. Lower quality varieties may vary in color from bluish to deep green after steeping. Before infusion, higher quality Longjing teas have a very tight, flat shape and light green color. A study by Wang and Run found that one aspect of the perceived low quality of Longjing teas was a higher concentration of chlorophyll, producing a darker green color. The study revealed that free amino acids and theanine concentrations contribute positively to what is perceived as a good taste. Legends. Longjing tea was granted the status of Gongha, or imperial tea, in Qing dynasty by Chinese Emperor Kangxi. According to the legend, Kangxi's grandson Qianlong visited West Lake during one of his famous holidays. He went to the Hugong Temple under the Lion Peak Mountain and was presented with a cup of Longjing tea. In front of the Hugong Temple were 18 tea bushes. Emperor Qianlong was so impressed by the Longjing tea produced here that he conferred these 18 tea bushes special imperial status. The trees are still living and the tea they produce is auctioned annually for more money per gram than gold. There is another legend connecting Emperor Qianlong to Longjing tea. It is said that while visiting the temple he was watching the ladies picking the tea. He was so enamored with their movements that he decided to try it himself. While picking tea he received a message that his mother, the Empress Dowager, was ill and wished his immediate return to Beijing. He shoved the leaves he had picked into his sleeve and immediately left for Beijing. Upon his return he immediately went to visit his mother. She noticed the smell of the leaves coming from his sleeves and he immediately had it brewed for her. It is said that the shape of Longjing tea was designed to mimic the appearance of the flattened leaves that the emperor brewed for his mother. Longjing, which literally translates as dragon well, is said to have named after a well that contains relatively dense water, and after rain the lighter rainwater floating on its surface sometimes exhibits a sinuous and twisting boundary with the well water, which is supposed to resemble the movement of a Chinese dragon. Legend also has it that to achieve the best taste from Longjing, water from the Dreaming of the Tiger Spring, a famous spring in Hangzhou, is to be used. The water quality of the spring now is certainly very different than before. The tea takes its name from the eponymous dragon well located near Longjing Village. Authentic Longjing. There are various definitions of Longjing. However, a common definition is that authentic Longjing at least has to come from the Zhejiang Province in China, with the most conservative definition restrict the type to the various villages and plantations in the West Lake area in Hangzhou. It can also be defined as any tea grown within the Xiaoyu district. A large majority of Longjing tea on the market, however, is actually not from Hangzhou. Many of these inauthentic Longjing teas are produced in provinces such as Yunnan, Guizhou, Sichuan, and Guangdong. However, credible sellers may sometimes provide anti-fake labels or openly state that the tea is not from Zhejiang. Experienced drinkers may be able to tell if Longjing is authentic by taste and smell. The aroma and flavors of the inauthentic Longjing teas are not as complex, or long-lasting as the authentic tea. These teas, although similar in appearance, are mild in flavor and aroma and do not have the long-lasting aftertaste of the original. Some tea makers take fresh tea leaves produced in Yunnan, Guizhou and Sichuan provinces and process them using Longjing tea techniques. And some merchants mix a small amount of high-grade with low-grade tea, and sell it as expensive high-grade varieties. Xiaoyu Longjing, this is an example of the very standard convention of naming. The Zaihu is a place where this particular Longjing is grown. This Longjing, also known as West Lake Longjing, is a China-famous Thai euro, in fact the most famous Onia euro, and is grown in the Zhejiang Province near Xiaoyu, or West Lake. It is grown in a designated area of 168 square kilometers. Historically, Xiaoyu Longjing tea was divided into 4 sub-regions: lion, dragon, cloud and tiger. As the distinction between the sub-regions blurred over the years, this categorization has now been adjusted to Shifeng Longjing, Menaijiawu Longjing, with the remaining known collectively as Xiaoyu Longjing. Pre-Kunming Longjing, the premium early season first picking known as Mingqian or pre-Kunming Longjing tea requires it to be produced from the first spring shoots prior to the Kunming festival on the 5th of April each year. The production cycle is very short, usually only 10 days before Kunming every year. Tea picked after this period is of a lower grade called Yoqian Longjing, or dragon, well before the rain. Shifeng Longjing, a type of Xiaoyu Longjing from the Shifeng production region. Fresh tasting, its fragrance is sharp and long-lasting. Its leaves are yellowish-green in color. Some unscrupulous tea makers excessively pan-fire their tea to imitate its color. Menaijiawu Longjing, a type of Xiaoyu Longjing from the area around Zhejiang Village. This tea is renowned for its jade-green color. By Longjing, not a true Longjing but looks like one and is commonly attributed, it is actually a pinyin. It comes from Anji in the Zhejiang Province. It was created in the early 80s and is a green tea from a race of white tea trees and is hence very unusual. It is said to contain more amino acids than ordinary green tea. Qiantang Longjing, this tea comes from just outside the Xiaoyu district. It is generally not as expensive as Xiaoyu Longjing. See also: China's famous teas, list of Chinese teas, references.